Whoa, it's a beautiful day to do these reactions, man. Listen, like it before you light it, hit the sub before you hit the bud, join the team before you hit the green. We back on these gas prices, dog. I've been seeing people post about gas stations closing down.
I don't understand.
Not even
what
just closing down, but running
price?
out of gas. Yeah, they've been running out of gas. So let's get into this.
Gas prices have spiked the highest that they've been since 2023 as the Iran war escalates. Here at my neighborhood gas station in downtown New Orleans, gas prices are up to $3.29 a gallon. I can remember just about a month ago paying almost $2 a gallon. The Secretary of Energy also says he's more than happy to tap into the reserve if it becomes necessary. So Wednesday, the International Energy Agency said that it would release 400 million barrels of oil from its strategic reserves. That's the most in this multinational organization's history as a result of this escalating Iran war. They're trying to soften these higher gas prices. Now, economists say that a coordinated effort from several countries will help make a difference. It will take some time for that reserve oil to hit the market and for consumers to notice a big difference at the pump. And so far, the IEA has not commented on a specific time frame of when that reserve oil might be making a difference.
Yeah, bro, I just paid $4.49 a gallon for diesel, man, and I had to fill my shit up from zero to a hero. Boy, listen, dog, that shit hurt, bro. I'm not gonna hold y'all. Trump, get your shit together, goddammit.
I don't understand. What happened to gas prices? 2 weeks ago, gas was $2, and today gas is $4. You guys, did gasoline go to college and come back with a master's degree in pricing? Oh my God! I came to get gas, and the pump is looking at me like a bank loan officer, asking questions like, say, are you ready for these financial decisions? What is going on here? Look at gas prices. What is going on here? How are we going to survive? Driving in America is now luxury. Oh my God. How are we going to survive here? How?
Better get a Flintstone
$4?
call.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
This nigga childish, bro.
I can't move. I can't move.
Hey, guys. Oh, shit, something in my eye. Hey, bro, totally unrelated, right? Africans can come straight to this country and their sense of humor can be translated to us and without any like barriers. I've noticed that like immigrants from any other place in the world, even if they learn English as a second language, dog, they gotta be here for a long time to like dial in with humor. Africans, they can be fresh off the boat from Nigeria, from Ghana, from Kenya, from whatever. If they know the English language, dog, they can be funny, bro. I'm telling you, I've seen it, dog.
Do you regret your vote right now?
Well, between him and her, I thought he was the better choice, but honestly, I miss my Uncle Joe. I was a nobody, and I was balling then.
Nah,
Now,
this got to be AI.
I couldn't even tell you. I couldn't even show you $5 in my pocket.
We spoke to Trump voters here in Florida who are ticked off about the fact that the gas prices in the state have gone up by an average of about 60.
Nigga, I just paid $4.49 for gas. That's $5.19, brother. I got a truck. I just put 23 gallons in my shit. Imagine that.
Cents within just a week.
I would just wish he'd keep up on his campaign promise and say he was going to put it under $3. He'd end that war so fast. But here it is, 5 years later, helping his buddy out get his more money. And then
dude look like a chipmunk, man, from the movie or something.
And charging us Americans all sorts of money for fuel that you just stole from Venezuela.
And those gas prices are getting higher because of volatile oil prices due to the war in Iran, a war that these Trump voters tell us they hope wraps up quickly.
If I could, speak to the president, I'd just encourage him to finish up this war and get us back to a safe world.
He's saying about for our safety.
Bro, your president don't have no incentive to end the war. He trying to get rich. I saw the theories out there. All of them end up with him being richer.
Our safety. Leave somebody alone, they won't bother you.
Hopefully this conflict over there will end, it's just unfortunate.
The overall vibe here at the gas pump amongst these Trump voters is they feel like the economy is not going well right now.
At the moment, I'm really out of work.
My hope is that it's temporary and it doesn't last for too long. That oil prices come back down. That's my hope.
Hey, bro, look, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. I rock with y'all boys, and I know some of y'all are real staunch Trump supporters. But let me tell y'all something, bro. Y'all got to stop with this shit. I showed somebody the job losses, right? 92K in February, and then I showed them from 2020 to 2026 the February job reports, right? All positive. They start to go down soon as Trump take office last year, right? And then they in the negative this year. And somebody said government jobs don't count. Why they don't count? Then why do the Federal Bureau of Labor and Statistics include them if they don't count, sir? Police jobs, firemen, things of that nature. If they didn't count, why would they include them in the report? Because those are real Americans who lost real jobs, who now can't pay their real bills. Y'all got to stop using that excuse, dog. It make you look like you stupid.
Gasoline will soon be $5 a gallon. They could also bring down our country.
Gas prices are going to destroy this country.
Inflation is the worst it's been in 40 years. Gas prices are up 50%.
Those were comments from Donald Trump over the years as he warned that rising gas prices were a sign of failed leadership in the White House. Now, in 2026, Trump is back in office and gas prices are rising again. Oil prices briefly surged as the Iran war threatened global supply routes like the Strait of Hormuz. But within about a day, prices dropped sharply as markets bet the conflict could ease. Still, oil prices are well above what they were at the start of the war, and prices at the pump are significantly higher than they were just a few weeks ago.
Quick side note, at least once a day I get a comment or an email asking, how do I do this YouTube thing? How do I make reaction videos? If you're interested in making money on YouTube and not just arguing in the comment sections, I run a private YouTube growth group. We do weekly calls, live channel audits, and you get to see how other creators are making money, plus how I got this channel to where it's at 37,000 today when it only had 3,000 in October, and how I plan on making this channel go to 100K before the end of the year. Link in the description.
For years, Trump has argued that presidents are responsible for what Americans pay at the pump.
People are outraged. The fact is, we have nobody in the White House to protect us. This could bring down Obama, but unfortunately it could also bring down our country. Gasoline and fuel and oil, that's really the lifeblood of the country. That's what we need to work.
Trump didn't make the comment once. He warned again and again that rising gas prices were a sign of failed leadership in Washington.
Rising gas.
Oh, I thought the rules was the rules, but they do change when it's Trump. I ain't gonna hold y'all, dog. Like, this nigga said these things out of his own mouth, and then you play them back to the staunch Trump supporters, and they be like, man, you gotta get a man time, dog. You know, man, shut your. That's why me personally, bro, like, up until recently, I ain't really speak on politics because I know I ain't know what the fuck I was talking about. I just wish so many of them would take that same stance, because obviously you don't know what the hell you talking about either.
Gas prices will absolutely kill any movement in the economy.
Now, with oil prices climbing as the war involving Iran rattles global energy markets, Trump is responding this way. Short-term oil prices will drop rapidly when the destruction of the Iran nuclear threat is over. It is a very small price to pay for the U.S. and world safety and peace. Only fools would think differently. President DJT. For more than a decade, Trump argued that the price at the pump was a measure of presidential leadership. Now, that debate is unfolding again, except it's during his presidency. Reach for comment, a White House spokesperson told CNN, President Trump has been clear these are short-term disruptions and that Americans will see oil and gas prices drop rapidly again once the necessary objectives of Operation Epic Fury have been achieved and the regime's capabilities are neutral.
Epic gay. Epstein Fury. That's what it should. Listen, they've been saying Iran was a nuclear threat for at least 30 years. For the last 30 years, you can go back and search up Netanyahu talking about Iran nuclear capabilities as early as 1996. I ain't bullshitting, bro. Google it. He's been saying that. He said it in 1996, 2002, 2009, 2012, 2015, 2019, and he's still saying it to this day, dog. They ain't got no nuclear bombs, bro.
I just want to know where all the gas from Venezuela at. I paid $4.87 at the gas station. Today is March 11th. Where the gas from Venezuela? Y'all done went in there, took the man away. You done put your little puppet in there. Because these oil prices done jumped through the roof. I'm just kidding. I ain't never, let me say this again, never paid $4.87 for no gas.
Was that regular gas?
I mean, these gas prices, and this isn't in Texas. These gas prices getting close to Bush years. I don't know what homeboy doing. I ain't got no beef with Iran. We ain't got no beef with Iran.
Hey, bro, Iran was letting black people out of those embassies back in the 90s or the 70s or the 80s or whatever, dog. They had an actual investigative journalist talking to the prime minister of Iran or whatever, and he was like, we're going to let the black people out and we're going to let the women out. Real talk. That is not a fake story. I saw it with my own eyes, heard it with my own ears. So black folk definitely ain't got no smoke with Iran, but you know, it is what it is. Once you sign on that dotted line, your ass got to go over there.
What beef he got with them people, but we ain't got nothing to do with that. These gas prices, though, buck up, you got to get this squared up.
For real.
Almost $5 a gallon in Texas? Bruh.
Texas is an oil state.
You ain't gonna make it, bruh. This is a fact. I just want to know where the gas from Venezuela. That's what I want to know.
And my understanding, the gas from Venezuela is like that really, really thick, low viscosity oil that they use to fuel oil refineries here in America. So our oil refineries actually consumes the oil from Venezuela so that we, or at least we mix it with our oil so that we can make the products that we make. I don't think we're directly using it to make gasoline. It's a ingredient needed to do it, though. Something like that.
Hey, that gas starting to get up a little too high. It wasn't $2.99 yesterday. Hey, that gas.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
A major shipping route for oil has effectively been shut down amid this war, sending shockwaves through the markets, with gas jumping nationwide from an average of $2.92 in Kansas to more than $5 a gallon in California. CBS News business and tech correspondent Jolene Kent is tracking this for us tonight.
The reality of the war in Iran is showing up at gas stations.
Nigga, did I just see? I'm glad I'm not where y'all live at. $6.29 for some damn diesel, dog.
Nationwide.
Oh, the gas prices going up is very frustrating.
Prices have shot up about 50 cents a gallon in just the last week.
Just watching the gas prices go from like $3.20 all the way up to $3.80 has been really scary.
Drone attacks on refineries in the Middle East and a choke point for ships in the Strait of Hormuz, where a fifth of the world's oil is typically shipped, are affecting supply. CBS's Imtiaz Tayyab is nearby in Qatar.
Well, there's real panic here in the Gulf tonight as the Strait of Hormuz, which is just off these shores, remains effectively closed. And as oil-rich countries slow production, the fear is the cost of a barrel of oil could soon hit $150.
And it's not just drivers feeling the pain. The price of diesel is up nearly $1 a gallon. That drives up the cost of farming and consumer goods and could send inflation higher.
I'm thinking about the diesel that goes in every tractor, truck, and combine on our farm.
Megan Kaiser is a soy and corn farmer and soil scientist in Missouri.
You're in planting season right now. Fuel is costing you more. What does that do to your business?
Well, it automatically dips into our margins, which were already tight.
I'm not going to hold y'all, bro. I'm good for judging a book by its cover, but I would assume that she was smart enough not to vote for Trump. I would hope she was smart enough not to vote for Trump. She got these degrees. She looks like a non-Trumper to me, because as soon as you hear Trump was raising tariffs, anybody who ever took an economics course would know that tariffs is going to make the prices of everything go up. Just having sense of that would be like, nah, I don't want to vote for somebody who's going to raise tariffs.
And so it is a concern. And the timeliness of we have to plant when the weather is right, when the soil is right. We don't have a lot of options on waiting for fuel prices to change.
Oil prices did settle well below $100 a barrel today. This comes as the G7 energy ministers plan to meet tomorrow to discuss possibly releasing some of that strategic oil reserve to relieve some of that pricing pressure.
American people don't want to hear that shit. God damn it. But look at this shit though, y'all. You know, people are panic buying. They're trying to hoard all the gas and things. I'm used to seeing this kind of stuff, especially because Louisiana deals with hurricanes, and whenever a hurricane comes, people are loading up on gasoline to run their generators and things of that nature. But just on a regular occurrence with no natural disaster going on, people are stocking up on gas. This is crazy. Watch this.
These guys are hella smart as fuck. They're filling up their tanks.
They price locking their gas right now.
Go down. What's it called? And in other places, there's no more fucking gas, guys. No more gas. We're about to fill up our tank right now too, because Lord knows what the fuck is going on.
Yep, shit getting serious.
It's 4:42 p.m. on Monday, March 9th, and this is what's happening to me right now. I went to go get gas at the gas station by my house, and they were out of gas.
Ain't that about a bitch?
Not closed. They were out of gas. So then I called the gas station near them, to which they also let me know they were out of gas. And I'm not trying to make anybody panic, because clearly people are going to buy all the gas. But the gas station I'm now trying to get to, which is in a completely different town, 2 towns over, I called to make sure they have enough gas for my fucking last $20, literally. To which the guy on the phone said, yeah, but I'm running low. You should probably get here in the next half hour. Okay. All right.
I don't know what he is, but it says Cape Cod, Barnstable County. This is interesting to say the least. Very, very interesting, bro.
People are going to gas stations and they're out of gas. Wonder why? So make sure that if you go to get gas in the United States of America, that you contact and call the gas station prior to going to make sure that they actually have it because of this war. Here we go.
This is really crazy. Country is in shambles right now, man, because we put a tangerine in office, dog. This is gonna hurt the Americans' pockets so bad, bro.
Did you put gas? Did you put gas in your vehicle like I advised you last week? I know everyone was in the comment section of my video when I said they're cutting off our oil and our gas supply because we get it overseas. And if you didn't heed my warning that you should fill up, you should have filled up, because I have a few of my followers tell me that in LA, it's over $6 a gallon. So the more time goes by with whatever is going on with Trump and Iran, gas prices are going to start rising. And not only that, people are like, well, it doesn't matter if you fill up your tank right now. You're still going to have to fill up.
You're going to run up out of...
Who said we're going to have gas deliveries still? If they're not supplying gas, they're not going to supply gas to the gas stations. So heed my warning. Go fill up your gas tank right now. If you have extra little gas fucking tanks, those red ones, fill that up so you have extra gas, and be frugal with your gas too. So please, again, PSA, go fill up your gas. We don't know how long we're going to have supply of gas. You're welcome.
Man, I just thought about something, man. Let's figure this out real quick, because I ain't the smartest dude in the world. Hypothetically speaking, today is, let's assume, March 12th, 2026. If we run out of gas here in America, give me what would happen, worst case scenario, 30 days out from now. And I chose 30 days because that's a short period of time that we all can wrap our minds around. All right, y'all, let's do a little reading. If the United States suddenly ran out of gasoline today and supply stopped flowing, the effects would escalate quickly. Gasoline is tied to almost every part of the economy: transportation, food delivery, emergency services, and supply chains. Days 1 to 3, mass panic buying at gas stations. Stations run dry within hours in most cities. Long lines, flights, and police presence at remaining stations. Delivery trucks stop moving because diesel and gasoline are both in short supply. Grocery stores begin experiencing shortages and trucks can't restock their shelves. Ooh, we're gonna be the Walking Dead around this bitch. Supply chain breakdown. Most truck transportation stops. About 70% of U.S. freight moves by truck. Grocery stores begin to look like early COVID shortages. Ride sharing, taxes, and many workers can't commute. Schools and some businesses close because employees I cannot go back to homeschooling, bro. I just can't, dog. That was rough. It wasn't, but it was. Airline flights are reduced dramatically. Ain't gonna be no Cancun, bitch. You know what's going on. Fuel rationing. National Guard deployment. Priority fuel for police, fire, and hospitals. Yeah, y'all got to get around. Dog, we ain't even half through the month yet. 30 days, we ain't even halfway yet. Food distribution collapses in many cities. Restaurants shut down due to lack of deliveries and employees can't get to work. Remember that. Online orders and shipping grind to a halt. Some hospitals struggle with supply deliveries. Stock market crashes as logistics dependent industries fail. Bruh, they're trying to bleed us dry over there in Iran, dog. Worst case scenario, looting increases because I'm going to do up some looting if I got to feed myself, dog. I'm sorry. Get you because I'm going to get me. Police responses slow due to fuel rationing. And I said what I said because ain't going to be no food. Ain't going to be no, you can just go here and there. Everybody going to be survival of the fittest. And guess what? I'm fit, goddammit. Public transportation system shut down in many areas. Power plants that rely on fuel delivery start having issues. The government could implement curfews. This is all doomsday shit that I'm telling y'all, but it's possible. Damn. If fuel is still unavailable after a month, food supply becomes the biggest crisis. Many people cannot commute to work. Agriculture is impacted because obviously we know that. Tractors, harvesters, irrigation pumps need fuel. Some regions could face localized humanitarian emergencies. However, a total collapse is unlikely because the U.S. Strategic Petroleum Reserve exists. The government would prioritize fuel for essential infrastructure, and rail pipelines would still move energy. Guys, this shit can get ugly. That's all I'm getting at. Real talk.
March 2026, out of gas.
This in Australia, they out of gas.
All of them off.
Nigga.
How you run out of gas? Huh? How you run out of gas?
I looked down when I was going to Wawa with Gabby, and then my thing was like jerking. And I looked down when I was going to the car, and it was low.
Oh, she ain't run out of gas because they run out of gas.
Guys, I think we found the most expensive gas in the DC area. We are along Cambridge Road here in Northern Virginia. Take a look at this Exxon. $4.99 for 1 gallon of gas. How high is it going to go? Well, we don't really know. I can tell you this. AAA says the highest national average for 1 gallon of gas back in the summer of 2022 was $5 a gallon. We're 1 cent away from that here in Northern Virginia. So let us know in the comments, what prices are you paying when you fill up?
Yeah, this is crazy, dog. 1 cent away from being $5 a gallon. Y'all gotta understand something. When people make stupid ass videos, what I'm supposed to do? Just not pump gas? What happens when you down to your last $20 like that last fella was, dog? He said he went to the gas station, they was out, then he called the neighboring gas station and they was out. What do you do when gas is $5 a gallon and you down to your last $20, dog? See, a lot of y'all niggas don't live in the real world. I've been down to my last $3 before. I'm dead ass serious. Y'all don't know the struggle, man. Y'all ain't no trench babies, man. Y'all niggas silver spoons, man. I done stayed in some places that give you little bars to chill. That's a Soldier Slim reference, dog. I didn't make that up.
Yo, my nigga, what the fuck is going on? This shit is crazy. I mean, the gas is going up, but this shit is closed now? What the fuck? Yo, Iran going fucking crazy, gang. This shit is crazy.
This is big breaking news. Panic buying is now spreading. It is spread to multiple different countries, and authorities and officials are now warning people to stop panic buying. There is worry right now that there could be shortages of oil and gas. So people are rushing to the gas stations. We're having major lines and cars piled up, and officials are telling people to stop buying gas. So let's get into all the details here. We have lots of news. Gas prices, oil prices are up 20% overnight. So let's get into all this. You guys can see this where it was issued by Queensland. They said they are telling people to stop panic buying fuel as service stations report running low on supply due to a far greater uptick in purchase rates. All right. We also have this. Europe fuel panic. Iran conflict. Oil price surge continues, with panic buying spreading to Europe with huge queues in Spain and Germans driving across the border to fill up. We also have news coming out. Oil prices surge 20% as expanding U.S.-Israeli war with Iran cuts supplies from the Middle East. So we're really seeing the repercussions of it starting this week. I was warning you guys that this weekend was going to be really big. We're going to see lots of targets hit. And then Sunday night, Monday morning, we are going to see major corrections in the stock market. So we are now seeing that. We're seeing some things go down and some things go up.
All right, oil prices have surged 20%. And you can see here, authorities in Queensland, Australia are warning people not to buy gas. Let's listen to this.
So the NRMA wants to start by just saying to all Australians, please stop panic buying fuel. This is not COVID and we're not selling toilet paper. What we are now seeing is some service stations running low on supply, and that is because Australians are buying fuel at a far greater rate than they normally would. And we are also hearing troubling reports of people trying to stockpile fuel at home, which apart from not making any economic sense is also extremely dangerous. Please do not fill jerry cans and put them in your garage because that is unsafe. We know, the whole world knows what is happening globally with oil, and we are seeing it at the price at the bowser. We know that the impact on the Strait of Hormuz is going to have a supply chain impact, but what we don't need is domestic pressure added because people are panic buying. We don't blame Australians one bit. Last week, we desperately called on the oil companies to not take advantage of the crisis, and what we saw in Melbourne, Brisbane and Sydney, which was already 3 cities at the top of their cycles, that they increased their prices straight away and they went higher than they should have.
Yep. Because rich people don't play by the rules that the regular people play by. The rich people are only in the business of maximizing profits, no matter how unethical or immoral it is. Because why would you price gouge in a time, in a crisis? It never made sense. But that's because rich people don't. They cheat. That's what they do. They're about cheating. They don't play fair. If you're playing by the rules and you're not cheating in life, dog, I'm telling you, you're always going to lose to the rich elites because they don't operate. This is what they do. The rich break the rules and ask for forgiveness. Poor people ask for permission to break the rules. So that's why they always win. You get what I'm saying, dog? They willing to take risks. They don't give a shit that we don't like them. They don't give a shit that we think they're pieces of shit. They only care about the fact that they can maximize profits off of fear mongering. Crazy, dog.
Relief could be coming at the gas pump.
These are the crazy long gas lines in China. As you can see, this is very reminiscent of the late 1970s gas prices when Jimmy Carter was in office. This is what Donald Trump is doing. He is squeezing China's oil to cause chaos in that country. This is brilliant, and this is why we are stopping the flow of oil going into China. This right here. God, can you imagine? It's not even that bad in Florida when the hurricanes start coming.
All right, let me in China, are most of the vehicles electric or are most of them ran by gas? Okay, so it's all right. I just be wanting to fact check people because people be lying, dog. But hey, I am a skeptic, bro, at heart, you know, and I will give credit when credit is due. He was right. Shit. Guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Go ahead on and get you some gas. I ain't saying go out there and buy you 3,000 gallons worth or anything like that, but make sure you're straight so you can get your family where they need to go to get the kids to school, get them from school, all that good stuff. Hype the video up for your boy, please. Holla at your boy.